On the hot seat, Michezo Sports, a Bengaluru-based company building world-class facilities across the country, has raised $2.5 million in a pre-Series A funding led by Center Court Capital and Rainmatter by Zerodha. The investment marks one of the first major venture capital bets in India's largely unorganized sports infrastructure sector, a key pillar in the country's ambition to host global events like the 2036 Olympics. Michezo has already delivered over 350 projects across India and now plans to expand into public-private partnerships and new infrastructure verticals. Joining me now to discuss the firm's growth plans is Maharishi Sridhar, the CEO of Michezo Sports. Maharishi, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, Michezo is one among the first to formalize India's sports infrastructure sector, right? So if you could tell us what's the larger vision driving this mission and how do you sort of see it shaping the future of Indian sport?
Thank you for having me. The larger vision is to have a holistic sports infrastructure company where we are able to go forward and backward integration and get into manufacturing of sports surfaces, which is not there in the country as yet, and also go into trading even for smaller companies in the country to take it from there. But majority of it is to design, build, and maintain sports facilities for all the upcoming schools, universities, colleges, even government, semi-government. Everybody is starting to build sports in this country. It is basically to cater to all of that.
Sure, there is a larger focus on sports in India for sure. You know, you've raised this $2.5 million, right, in this pre-Series A round. How will this funding sort of help scale your operations and expand into infrastructure verticals across the country? And what are these other verticals that you're looking at now?
We're looking at a few verticals, which some of them have already kicked off. One is getting into the swimming pool division. We've always stayed away from pools, so now we will get into pools. We're getting into manufacturing. We're going to be the first manufacturing setup for sports surfaces and equipment. We will be getting into the GCC market, which is the Middle East. We've already set up our office there, and we are going to expand into that. And majority of it is team augmentation and other geographical areas.
So Middle East is what you're looking at. Any other geographies across international geographies that you're eyeing at this point for expansion?
Well, we have executed a project in a country called Benin in Africa. The idea, the immediate goal is to set up the one in Bahrain and cater to the Middle East market. And from there, slowly and organically move into other markets. The manufacturing will definitely help us move globally and start selling it to many other nations outside of India.
Sure. And, you've already completed over 350 projects nationwide, right? Which categories or types of facilities like football, athletics, or racket sports are seeing the strongest demand right now?
Well, football is growing very, very big in India. Well, as a nation, there are pockets. The Northeast is very big into football. There are certain states which focus on athletics. But one of the biggest things we are seeing is sports arenas, which are, multi-sport arenas of pickleball, paddle, badminton, football and cricket together. So these small arenas are the ones we are seeing grow probably the biggest. And that's probably also going to be the biggest advantage for people getting into sport, where it's available close to their home and they can go and learn some sport or the other.
Absolutely. There's a big boom in the pickle and paddle court arena for sure. Can you sort of share how the company's revenues have grown over the past few years and the kind of growth trajectory you're targeting post this fundraise? Also, what do you expect the revenue mix to be between the geographies?
Well, the company grew at 100% the first 3-4 years. We are looking at a growth of anywhere between 30 to 40% realistically over the next 4-5 years. We have an order book of about 100 crores, and we wish to grow that because our focus is always on order books. I see a lot of growth happening in the government spend. So that's why we started our tender division this year. Government spends are going to be the largest, and we really, really need it. A city like Bangalore has one athletic track, so we definitely need a lot more of these.
Absolutely. And, you preempted my next question. You've mentioned working with state governments through public-private partnerships. How crucial are these PPPs in making world-class sports infrastructures, accessible to communities and schools? Like you said, Bangalore has just one athletic track. So how do you sort of plan to grow this through these PPPs?
So the thing is that some of them the bigger ones in the government are not going to be public, partnerships. They're going to be pretty much the spend by the government in stadiums and these large athletic tracks and football stadiums and all of that. But I think the PPP will come into these multi-sport facilities. And I really wish a lot of the other state governments also take a cue and start opening this up, because there is a lot of investment coming into sport and people wanting to go and play. So yes, the public-private partnership of multi-sport arenas is the one which is going to become big.
All right. And India's sports infrastructure sector is still largely unorganized. So how big is the opportunity here, and what gaps is Michezo uniquely positioned to fill?
The industry is very unorganized, and our goal, and my co-founders, what we bring in, as in they come from a background of being in Infosys and running large companies, is to professionalize this company, to professionalize this sector, and to make it even accessible for people to say that they can join an industry like sports infrastructure and build a career out of it. That's probably one of our biggest goals. But yes, the whole idea is to make it into an organized sector. And I'm pretty sure the way sport is going and the way people have started playing sport in the country, even at an amateur level, it's only a matter of time before it happens. And my guess is maximum 5 to 10 years.
Maximum 5 to 10 years. You've built facilities that meet global standards from FIFA to World Athletics. How does that tie into India's broader sporting ambitions, including, a potential bid for the 2036 Olympics?
So India is definitely very, very capable of building these. We've been very lucky to be part of this project called the Dravid Center for Sports Excellence in Bangalore. And anybody who walks into a project like that will be able to make out what we're capable of building in this country. And a lot of the Olympians train there. And we probably need 1,000 of these centers to get to that Olympics and perform and actually participate and win medals. I don't think it's about if it will happen, it's about when it will happen.
It's about when it will happen. All right, Rishi, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street.
Thank you.